All right, so today I'm going to be doing a product demo for another piece of software that I created called PhotoTagger. Now, if you haven't seen the product demo for VideoTagger, it's essentially the same line of software aimed to generate AI metadata using your videos and images. So this is the specific one for photography, and you can see the UI kind of resembles VideoTagger, so it's minimalistic, it's simple, straight to the point, but it does have a few subtle key differences, and that's what we're basically going to be going over today, and how to get yourself set up and how to get it working and saving you tons and tons of time in, well, metadata organization. So as you can see, you have the UI over here, and the first time you're going to be launching it, you're going to have to input your license key, which you should receive by email once you purchase it from the Decibel Peak shop. And you'll also need to put in your Google API key. So I'm going to leave a link to the exact link where you need to go to set that up. And if you have a Google account already, it's going to take you less than a minute. So once you have that up and running, you're going to be able to start processing images. And I'm going to show you just how to do that. So the first thing is you're going to want to import an actual image, and you can actually batch process images. So there's not really a limit to what you can do. However, you need to keep in mind that Google Gemini API, it does have limitations on the free plan. So if I'm not mistaken, it's 60 images per hour. So if you're going to be processing more than that, you might want to work in smaller batches or upgrade to a paid version, which has more quota, obviously. So that's basically all there is to it. Now, as you can see over here, I actually imported the wrong image. This one already has metadata embedded into it. So we're not going to take this one. We're going to import another one. Let's import another image, and I'm gonna show you actually how to not process that image from the app. So let's take number 2. Okay, so now this is the one. So this one already has metadata, so we're not gonna process it, and it already tells you it's processed. So this one doesn't have anything yet. So now that's pretty much set up. So before we actually hit process, I want to go over these metadata options that we have over here, which are kind of important especially if you're in the business and you want to sell these photos as stock photos, which is why we have this IPTC CSV export option. You're gonna definitely want to make sure to have the right keywords and the right description, and that it's specifically, catering to your particular set of images that you're processing. So what I mean by that is, right now, the default prompt is going to generate the description of your images, no problem. But let's say you need something more specific, like you were shooting photos of high-end sports cars, and the actual model and the make is going to be important here. So what you want to do in your custom prompt maybe is specify that that's what it's for, that you want to actually, pay particular attention to the make and to the model of the vehicle, because those are going to be important keywords. And once that's done, it's not the final step. You have this important keywords field, which, let's say you do have a bunch of sports cars and you want to make sure that the make and the model are included in the title and the keywords, that kind of stuff. You're going to want to specify those in this field over here, separated by a comma. Now, the other thing too is, it seems to have imported my information automatically, but this is important for IPTC, not so much if you're going to be exporting for like Lightroom and Photoshop, but it will be in the CSV anyway. Just but you're better off filling these out, because you never know. So once that's done, that's basically all there is to it. We're ready to actually process the images. So now I'm going to click Process Images. And it's usually pretty quick depending on the actual resolution of your images. So see, it's already done. And obviously the amount that you're going to be processing. So that's done. So we just processed that one. As you can see, it says processed. And we have the metadata that was not only generated by AI, but it was also imported from the camera. So it does retain everything. It retains the camera model, the company, the focal length, if that's available on your lens, the aperture, the ISO, all that stuff. It's going to retain everything, so you don't have to worry about that. And now if we hit apply metadata and save copies, what it's going to do is it's actually going to not overwrite your original file, it's going to create a copy. So that's always good for backing up and just, so we don't, anyways, it won't mess anything up, but like it leaves your original file untouched. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to click that and I'm going to save it to the folder over here, which you can see should pop up in a second. So we have the unique file name. And now if I do get info, you can see you still have the metadata, the camera, the model, exposure time. So now I'm going to export a CSV for IPTC standard. So same thing, I'm going to put it in that folder. And we're going to open that up. So you see we have a file name, we have a title. Right now the title is just basically a truncated version of the description. I might change that in a future update, but to be honest, as long as it's descriptive, as long as it's got the keywords in there, that's what counts. So we have our nice long description and we have our keywords, as you can see, creator, copyright notice. So that's pretty much that. I could show you a CSV for the, for any photo manipulation software, because that one's gonna have more information, like the stuff that you would actually need in that kind of a workflow. Like, lens model, focal length. I didn't have that available because I was using a lens adapter, but usually, you got like a good lens adapter anyway. You would, even GPS coordinates, that kind of stuff. It keeps pretty much everything that you would need. Shutter speed, ISO, f-stop if you have it. So that's pretty much that. And there's also an XMP version if you want. Won't be able to open this with the Finder, but if you're using Lightroom or Photoshop, you can go ahead and open that up. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So this is it. If you have any questions or even have any suggestions for future updates, because there definitely will be, feel free to leave us a comment and reach out to us via email if you like. Like I said, the links to the actual product page are in the description, and same thing for the Google API URL. Other than that, I hope that you've enjoyed this product demo. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.